Hey guys, it's Cher, and today I'm going to be reviewing and testing out the Too Faced Christmas Cookie House Party Limited Edition Makeup Collection. And it smells like gingerbread, so there's that. That might be the best part of the collection. My fiance bought me this as an early Christmas present, and before this video I had not unboxed it or tried any of the products out because I wanted to save it for a video. If you want to watch me review this collection and try out all the products that come in it, or if you just want to see what products I use to come up with this makeup look, then let's get into it. This is the Too Faced Christmas Cookie House Party, and allegedly it smells like fresh baked gingerbread, which I'm all about. It is a limited edition Too Faced collection. It comes with a highlighter, bronzer, and blush mini palette, a 20 shade exclusive shadow palette, a 6 shade exclusive shadow palette, so it's like smaller, more compact, easier to travel with, a travel size mascara, their deluxe eyeshadow insurance 24-hour eyeshadow primer, and lastly their deluxe melted matte lip color in Gingerbread Man. The packaging is adorable, honestly. It's all very glittery and like textured. There's icing dripping off the top, and then you can see the little gingerbread woman in the main part of the house, and then the little added decorations around that are raised. So like I said, there's a lot of texture to this. So the main 20 eyeshadow shade palette opens in like a storybook fashion. It has this adorable little picture of a gingerbread couple on the left, and then the other side is where the shadows are. I will be swatching all of these so that you guys can see what they look like on my skin tone, but there are a lot of shades, so be patient with me while I swatch these. The top of the gingerbread house is the blush and bronzer palette, so you can see that it makes a little roof. It does not come with a mirror when you open it, which I was a little surprised at because I really like palettes that come with mirrors, just because it's easier to see what you're doing whenever you already have a mirror in the palette that you're using. So if I were to change anything about that, I would definitely add a mirror. And then the little door of the gingerbread house is the mini 6 eyeshadow shade palette. It has a cute little gingerbread figure on it. On the inside it says, "'Tis the season to sparkle," and then the shadows are beside of that saying. And let's go ahead and swatch all these because I'm curious. I'm not the best at swatching eyeshadows. Starting with my left arm, the first shade is Snow Fake. The second one is called Sled No One Ever. The third one is Santa's Favorite. Next to that we have That's My Jam, which literally looks like jelly or jam. Moving on, we have Cream Filling, Icing on the top, Nooks and Cranberries, Ginger Bells, I Love Yule, Tinseltown, which is very pretty. It's like a shimmery, iridescent purple tone. Next to that we have Cinemagic, another one of my favorites so far. And lastly we have Secret Santa. So moving on to my other arm, we have Oh Snap, Don't Hate, Decorate, Get Elfed Up, What a Batch, Drink Up Grinches, Kiss and Caramel, Hot and Cold, and Easy Bake Lovin' on the end. For the mini palette, I had to use my hands, which I know are not the best areas of your body to swatch shadows on, but that's what I have to work with because I'm out of arms, I'm out. The top 4 shades in the mini palette are more chunky, glittery than eyeshadow consistency in my opinion. They seem like something that could be layered over a similar shade that already comes in the larger palette. But on my left hand we have All My Wishes, which is the only glitter color on this hand. Beside that we have On a Roll, if you couldn't even see it. And then beside that we have Can't Catch Me, which is the dark brown. On my right hand we have Snow Pink, which did not have a lot of pigment when I was first testing it out. Definitely not as much as the other glitters did. The gold is called Miss Kringle, and then the last silvery shade is called Frost Yourselves. Since I'm trying to match my eyeshadow look with this Gingerbread Man shade of lip color that came with this collection, I think for my eyes I'm just going to go for something brown, smoky, and probably use a lot of the gingerbread themed shades in the larger palette. and then maybe add one of the glitters on top of my lid. I will mainly be using the e.l.f. eye makeup brushes that came in my e.l.f. brush kit set that I just recently purchased. It comes with a lot of different eye and face brushes, and I just filmed a video of me reviewing and unboxing that product. You can watch me try out those brushes by clicking the card above me. I'm going to start off using the Shadow Insurance Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer before applying any of the shadows. So I'm starting off with taking on a roll and using that as a transition shade right above my crease. I'm taking a smaller crease brush to kind of find my crease a little bit more with the shade What a Batch. I'm going to take the shade Oh Snap and use that on the outer corners of my eyes.
Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
That it is, Edward. It is, Edward.
I'm going to use that What a Batch shade and blend that darker color into more of the center of my eyes so that it is not so harsh looking. Alright, now I'm going to add some Kiss and Caramel to the inner corners of my eyes to brighten them up a little bit. And then I'm going to, I'll probably regret doing this because something about these shadows just doesn't I don't know, I'm a little nervous to use the glitter shadows. But I think I'm going to try to put a little bit of the All My Wishes shade on my lid just to give it some glitter and to make it more holiday festive themed. Then to finish off the eye look, I'm just going to take What a Batch and Oh Snap and blend those two shades out on the lower half of my eyes beneath my lash line to even out the look. Moving on to the blush, bronzer, and highlighting palette. The highlight shade is called Get Frosted. So the contour is a little dark for me, just in my own personal preference. The Get Frosted highlighting shade is not very noticeable in comparison to some other highlighters I've recently tried. Just to be real with you guys, I'm hoping that when I put mascara on, it'll cover up the imperfections in my blending that exist. Moving back to my eyes, I'm going to be applying the little travel size mascara. If you want to watch me try this out for the first time, I actually got it in the same size in one of my recent Ipsy bags, and that video is already posted. So if you want to watch me try that out and a bunch of other monthly Ipsy products, then you can click the card right above me. And lastly, I'm almost scared to try this melted matte lip color in Gingerbread Man because I'm really hoping that the eyeshadow mess and whatever this is going to be ties everything together. I don't know. The chunky glitter eyeshadow was not a good idea to apply to the very inner corners of my eyes. Basically, I had glitter falling all down my face and kept having to wipe that off and go in and make it look more precise and then blend it out and then make it look more precise. It's been a day. So lastly, I am trying out the lip color, and I just realized that it's probably not going to match my shirt because it's more gingerbread orange than it is red. And it definitely smells really good, like gingerbread. But it is matte, so I'm a little concerned, but we're gonna try it out anyway. It is very matte. I know that because my lips are practically cracking off with the product as we speak. Yeah, I'm just not someone who can pull off matte lip texture. I am definitely a gloss person or a lipstick person because if you put anything on my mouth that is even a little bit remotely drying and matte, up close, the texture that you can see on my lips is awful. The color is really pretty though, actually. I love the color. I wish that it was not matte, but I do love the color. It's like a deep burgundy red. When in the tube, it kind of looks more orangey, but I feel like it goes pretty well with the sweater, so I'm not complaining. And this is what the finished eye look looks like as well. I'm gonna zoom it in a little bit. Don't judge me. Actually, go ahead and judge me. because it was my own fault for thinking that I could use the chunky glitter and it not be a mistake. So go ahead and judge the eyeshadow all you want. Alright you guys, so this is the finished makeup look. My overall review of the Too Faced Holiday Collection is that it is adorable packaging, and there's just a couple things that the fact that the glitter shadows are so susceptible to fallout, and also the fact that they're so hard to apply and like get even. That could just be user error, like that could be my fault, but those are my favorite types of shades to use on my eyes. And just the texture of the glitter shadows that came in the mini palette, I'm just not really into the rough texture of them. Like I'm not a big fan. Also wasn't a huge fan of the highlighter. It's not very bright, it's not very blinding, it's not really doing a whole lot. I love highlighter, I love for it to be dramatic, but I also understand that they were probably trying to go with something that would match everyone's skin tone, and not everyone is blindingly pale as me. The mascara, I've said this before, when I first tried out their brand of mascara, I'm not super overly impressed with their mascara products, honestly. You hear so much hype about Too Faced mascara, but in reality, I'm pretty happy with the drugstore mascaras that I buy, so that's not necessarily something I would recommend going out and buying a full-sized version of if you do not end up buying this collection. My favorite thing about this palette is probably just the range of color choices that come in the larger eyeshadow collection. There are so many different shades that I want to use, and I can't wait to experiment with them and use some of the crazier shades in future videos. I just wanted to keep it simple today, trying it out for the first time, seeing how the shadows worked, seeing how they blended. I also really liked the color of the Melted Matte lipstick, but the color is really pretty, and if you're someone who loves matte lipsticks, I know there are plenty of people out there who do, then I would definitely recommend their Melted Matte line of products. And the products do genuinely smell like sweet cookies or gingerbread, so that is always a plus in my book. And if you have any video ideas involving me using these eyeshadow palettes or any of this makeup that I tried today to create a certain type of look, then just let me know down in the comments, because I do check those and I base my future videos off of them, so I read what you guys say. All 4 of you. All 4 or 5 of you that actually take the time to comment. If you do like this type of video where I review makeup, then make sure you give it a thumbs up before you go, and subscribe to my channel down below if you have not done that yet. Also click the bell notification if you want to be notified every single time I upload a new video. If you want to follow me on Instagram and find me on Facebook, then my social media accounts are always linked down below, along with a playlist of all of my makeup videos that I've done in the past, because there are literally 100. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! If you want to follow me on Instagram and find me on Facebook, then my social media accounts are always linked down below, along with a playlist of all of my makeup videos that I've done in the past, because there are literally 100. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!